Hey guys, Heather K here with Bookalicious once again, and I am doing a tag, my first tag. I wasn't really directly tagged, but it's open tagged anyway, so I decided to do it. And it is the Bookalicious tag, and I believe it started out with from the Bookalicious channel, and I originally am getting it from the Chapter Chicks because I love their channel. And it's 25 questions, so you know, this tag's open to anyone who watches my videos. Leave it in a video response. I love to watch these kind of tags. And what percent of books do you get from the library, and what percent do you get elsewhere? I know the Chapter 6 said they don't go to the library, they just like to own books, which I can totally understand because I like to own books too, but I try to get any books I can from the library just as a test because I don't like to keep books I just think are mediocre in my like library or in my collection. I like to have books I really like in my collection, so I guess the library is a test run for me. So I guess my percentage rate, to answer the actual question, would be about 50-50, I would say. I get 50% of the books from the library, 50% I buy on my own. Number 2, what character would you want to be and why? I gotta admit, I really didn't think about these questions. I just decided to do the tag. But, on first thought, my first thought is, which I know you're probably going to get bombarded by Harry Potter answers in this video, like everybody else's, I'm sure. Everybody loves Harry Potter, and guess what? So do I. But my first thought is Hermione from Harry Potter. She's always been my favorite, always. Actually, if we venture off books, I've always wanted to be Buffy from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which she's got books too, but from a show. I love Buffy. 3. What is your favorite book from your childhood? And of course, it's gonna, sorry there's no cover on it, it's gonna be Harry Potter. That is just my number 1 book. I have no idea where the dust jacket is for this, and as you can see, this book is falling apart by the seams. This is Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. This is my favorite of the Harry Potter books. Number 4, what is your favorite book? Once again, it's this book right here. But I'm also going to, see, oh my gosh, it's falling apart. I'm also going to throw them in another one, which is Divergent by Veronica Roth. I had a hard time picking this one and The Hunger Games, but they both fall equally, I would say, but I love Divergent by Veronica Roth. 5, which book series do you have the most of? And like I said, it's going to be Harry Potter. I have 7 of these. That's the most series I've ever owned, but trying to think. I'm going to buy the Gossip Girl series soon, like the whole series, so that'll quickly beat that one. So yeah. And number 6, what do you buy used books or use swap.com? I gotta admit, I've really never heard of swap.com, so no. What is your favorite / hottest guy or girl? This is a hard one. I gotta admit, when I first read the question, I really thought of Edward from Twilight, but not the movie version, the book version, because in the book version, the way she describes him is so just unbelievable. She describes Edward as such a, I love the gentlemanly guys. I really do. So I thought he was super hot, the way she described him. Yeah, that's number 1 that sticks out to me. Let's see, what is your, number 8, what is your favorite book cover? And I haven't read this book yet, but it is my favorite book cover, and it is Across the Universe by Beth Revis, or Revis, I don't know which one it is. Sorry, Beth. I love this cover because I love the whole burst in it. It's so colorful, so beautiful, and I also love that you get a completely different, if you turn the book jacket over, you get a completely different, you get the whole ship layout, so it's like a completely different one. It's multifunctional, or just interchangeable, that's the word I'm looking for. But like I said, I think this is a gorgeous, gorgeous book cover. But I also really like the whole series of the Mortal Instruments, the way this is too. As you can see, I guess I have a thing for like the cosmic thing going on, the swirls and all that stuff. I think it looks super, just not retro, but just very interesting. Like these, and I guess inadvertently I answered number 9 is what's your favorite type of book cover, which like I said, it's the one, it's like the, see, like it shines a little bit, it's shiny, it's got the whole cosmic thing going on in the background, just all the swirls, so yeah. So these two type are, I guess, are my type of favorite book covers. What number 10, what was the first book you read? And I gotta be honest, I have no clue. I really don't, but I'm gonna leave you with a book I hold near and dear to my heart. I wish I had it. I planned to buy it, and I don't even remember the author. I think I do. I don't know. And it's Ella Enchanted. That, I don't know. That book really, before Harry Potter, sticks out to me. I read it a long time ago when I was like maybe 10, and I love that book. I love it so much. Number 11, what is your favorite book to movie adaptation? And I'm going to be specific here, and it was the Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, specifically this book to movie. This was a great movie, I thought. There was both part 1 and part 2. There were some things that only true diehard Harry Potter fans would know in the book that was different from the movie, or the movie that was different from the book. Like, you know, like one thing, like but it stayed pretty true. It stayed true to the story. It showcased well. I thought the fighting was amazing in the movie. It just like let's see. Number 12. When did you start making YouTube videos on YouTube? And this question is just really like 2 months ago. Really, I'm a newbie at this. I'm a noob. Yeah. Number 13. Where is the best place to read? This is a good question. I read anywhere and everywhere. I usually read on my couch. I don't really read in my bed that often because whenever I do, I open my book and I fall asleep because I'm just used to, as soon as I lay on the bed, I'm out. But anywhere I can. I'm the type of girl that is known to always have a book in her purse, and this is going to sound rude, to read whenever I have the opportunity. As like if I'm at a restaurant with people and they're just talking and not really talking to me, I just pull out my book and start reading. That's just me. Or if I'm waiting in line and I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is going to be a long line, I'll read. I've even been known to read when I'm driving and I'm stuck in traffic, waiting like for the tunnel to clear open. I'm reading there. I read anywhere I can. So my answer to that was the best place to read is anywhere you can. Anywhere I can, for me. That's just me. Number 14. Have you ever written your own fan fiction for a book? And the answer to that is no, I have not, but I do read plenty of it. I usually read Ron and Hermione fan fiction just because I love them as a couple and I like to see what sweet stories people can come up with. So, number 15. If you could only read 3 books for the rest of your life, what would they be? And number 1, I'm going to say just because I'm religious, is the Bible. I would definitely bring that. Number 2, I would definitely bring Harry Potter: The Deathly Hallows. I would read this book immensely a lot because it is the thickest one, so I think it will hold me out for a while. And number 3 I'm going to pick is The City of Ashes by Cassandra Clare. I love this one. This is my favorite in the series. Number 16, what is the longest book you have read? Oh my gosh, Harry Potter once again. This clocks in at, let me see how many pages this is. .759 pages, so this is definitely the thickest book I've ever read. Maybe one day I'll beat it. I'm proud to say this is the thickest book I've ever read. Or the longest book I've ever read, excuse me. Number 17, if you were to write a book, and what would the title be and why? I'm not an author at all. I think that I can somewhat write. I think I do have a flair for writing, but I'm not by any means. I could never be an author. I don't think I had that within me. I have at one point attempted to start writing a novel called Momentum. The reason why it's called Momentum is, I don't know, there's a song I really like and I like the word a lot, so I got it from that. But I don't know why it's called Momentum. But the story is about a girl named Adley, and it's based in New York, present time. And basically, Adley is a very depressed girl. She's about, I want to say 17, really hating her life and wanting to commit suicide. So she goes on the Brooklyn Bridge and she stands on the ledge and jumps in the water. It's freezing and she expects to drown, and she's just laying in the water waiting for it to happen, waiting for her breath to stop, but it does not stop because she's not dying. Like, her heart's still beating, she's still breathing, she's not dying. That she is, what's the word, not immortal, but she's invincible. Nothing can kill this girl. And she meets other people with different powers and all this other stuff. I know it sounds you've probably heard of this like 50,000 times, the episode of Heroes or something. But I don't know, like I said, I was just trying to start something. I don't know, maybe I'll finish it one day just to finish it. Number 18, how many books did you read last month? Ooh, this is a good question. That's not August. I want to say about 7 books. This is the last book you read, and I actually just did a review on it, and it is Duff by Cody Keplinger. I am obsessed with this book. I love this book dearly. This is an amazing, amazing book. Number 20, do you fantasize yourself in books you like? Of course, I always do. You always, I think with reading, with your imagination, especially with fantasy books or a lot of YA books, you have to throw yourself into the world to understand it. I think 21, what is your favorite bookstore? I know Borders just shut down. Borders are never close to me at all, so I had to say Barnes & Noble. 2, hardback or paperback? I would say for the price difference is paperback. I will buy any paperback I can if it will save me $6 or $7 because it's paperback. But in reality, I love hardback. I love the way it looks, and they look way better on your shelf. They just preserve longer. The covers are often like more just prettier. It's just something about hardbacks. But for sake of buying purposes, I always say paperback. So weigh your pros and cons. Number 23, do you have more than one copy of the same book? And no, I do not. I'd rather read about vampires or werewolves. This is not a hard answer for me at all because it's always been about vampires for me. Buffy started it, Twilight was there. It's just something about vampires. More than 150 books, if not, would you? I don't think I own more than 150 books. Maybe I own 150 books exactly, but I want to own a ton. I hope this video isn't too insanely long and I don't jibber jabber, or I hope I don't talk a lot because in reality I do talk a lot. Sorry. But I hope you guys enjoyed this tag, and it's open to anyone who wants to do it. I would love it if you did it and left it as a video response. So have a great day. Bye.